Hey there guys, this is Pharaoh2091 and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Last time we left off, we were doing our investigation around the campus to see who we could talk to regarding what they know about the case. We met Miriam Scuttlebutt, a very odd woman, an editor-in-chief and everything of the Themis Herald. Also spoke to Robin and Hugh, and now we're actually going to go ahead and move to the detention center. What was that? There we go. To actually speak to Juniper. So let's see what she has to say about all this. I mean, come on. We know she didn't do it. But, who did? Oh, look how sad she is. Thena! Thank you so much for coming. She called me Thena, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Oh, man. It sucks seeing her like this. Well, let's talk about the script and the owl, which I said I was going to pronounce, or look how to pronounce, I never did, but no, whatever. Can't be that hard. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Cord and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece in a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, that has to suck. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. No, you didn't. High school drama. That's something I'm glad it's over with. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Cord noticed it immediately and changed it back. Oh, so if Robin had won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. Okay, and let's talk about the supposed murder weapon. I was wondering about that owl you had on you when you were arrested. Yep, they found it in their pocket. That's the one for the mock trial. It's not a real one. See, that's evidence we made for the mock trial. And he doesn't believe that's fishy. He's an idiot. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Cord and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then you've nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the owl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but... It probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the owl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Thena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the owl with what looked like blood on it. A key? And the owl? Professor Cord normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the owl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she's always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... The owl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it? I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too. But let's not jump the gun on this. Yeah, doesn't look good right now, but We'll get through it. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Athena. Well, I should go now. Bye. Well, at least she's smiling. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship, is there? I hope not. But there probably is a reason. Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling me or troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's a big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Costa's Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then, her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before our prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and a king, and he's the king of being fine. Guess he is. And to be continued. Okay, well, we've still got a while. I could have possibly left this in the last video, but we've been on it for a while. Wait till never mind. My time inconsistencies are all over the place, so I really don't care. We'll just continue on, and we'll probably stop whenever is a good place to do so. So here we are in court. Ugh, my butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justify the means. I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me... Oh yeah, she seeks justice for her clients. Yep. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen. Then won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you'll have to learn on your own inefficiency the hard way. Yeah, I'm not really liking this, Professor Means. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that?
Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can.
I do too, but...
Now, if you would excuse me...
Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine. And I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
The trial's about to begin. I'll show you the courtroom, if you please.
Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena at this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right. I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Okay, here we go. Athena's first case, like her main one, if you want to say. It's kind of interesting what they did. The first one was kind of like Phoenix's back, and then we got, Athena helping out someone. What was the second one? It was like Apollo's kind of main one, wasn't it? And then had Athena. And this one is Athena's main one with Apollo helping. I think so anyway, right? Yeah. So I wonder what the other two cases left are going to be like. Alright, back in court.
Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Okay. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness.
And now we don't even get an opening statement. Detective Fulbright. He and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
Alright, the case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now?
It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking.
Alright, Detective Fulbright. Would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this owl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
Alright, so we got the murder weapon, apparently. Her blood was found on it along with Junie's fingerprints. That's not good. Ah! And we also got the autopsy report. Thank you, Taka, I guess, for giving that to us. Estimated time of death between 6 and 8 p.m. Cause of death, blood loss. Wait. Estimated time of death between 6 and 8 p.m. Oh, okay. So the day before. Cause of death, blood loss from a deep stab wound in the victim's side. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outside stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third-floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely! And there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made up by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hidden in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Must be from the tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at a moment of the murder?
Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a goner. I mean, that's okay. That was it. It's quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female.
Okay. So, used by Miriam to secretly record a conversation in the art room, a woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." So it's not straight up saying it's Junie, or it's a female voice. The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified a voice as belonging to the defendant. Well, not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no! The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body.
So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all the students and the faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Well, have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? That those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust!
I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither.
And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods.
I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say.
In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility. No! Oh, Detective Fulbright, why'd you say that? Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations.
You could at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. Oh, I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. I love how Black will kind of give him a salary raise, but Edgeworth never liked to give Gumshoe one. He liked to give him deductions, apparently. Not only a halfway, but a perennial stick in the mud, you see. You are.
I guess neither the Kara nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Now, bailiff, please bring in our next witness to the stand. Of course she's going to be like this. So, our first witness is a cardboard box. How can he even allow this? I mean... Oh, whatever. Caca! Damn noise. I'm making it like 2 syllables and it should only be 1. Like, yeah.
Stealth mode deactivated.
Oh my! The box's hands! Oh! And there they are right there.
Small, Your Honor.
What the dickens? I just had my picture taken.
Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes.
Might I ask whether you could come out of the box?
How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So, the answer is no. After all, covert actions, and undercover reporters' bread and butter.
The testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my! I never thought of it that way. Well, very well. If it were to spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. Of course you will.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto! How can a judge believe this little crock?
Now, your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
Yes, please, don't reveal your face to us. Alright, the similarity of the case and the script. And after we hear her testimony and we get to the cross-examination, I'll probably end it off right there. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like her script.
The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script to the murder case and crime scene photos. Then you'll see.
This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge can understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, also along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the trial. She pressed the victim to use her script. An argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing.
That makes perfect sense. What now?
Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now.
He's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and phony evidence, grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine this witness?
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this.
And I know we can. Pretty sure we can anyway. Before we actually, like I said, I'm going to head off, but I want to actually take a look at the evidence. I haven't actually taken a good look at them just yet. So, of course, we got the badge. An arrow appears to the victim's side. It's stained with blood. Apparently, this will be post-mortem. Her planner, a sword emblem, is printed on the cover on each page. So we have, what does it say here? Heck, I can probably make this bigger. Why the hell not? We have routine report. The 22nd, routine report, need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. The 23rd, meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Important, okay? 24th, 9 a.m. Prep for mock trial, final confirmation. 1 p.m., meet with Mr. Wright about training seminar. 2 p.m., mock trial begins. Okay, so this whole thing about the need to speak with Hugh is kind of odd for me. Meet with Hugh about the report yesterday, important. And if she died on 23rd, apparently, that night, then, that could be very important there. What else we got here? We got the school paper, malicious scoop, saying they're like a love triangle and whatnot. Stage costume. So we have, constellations glow through fabric, it's loose, constellations throughout it, make glow from inside, embellish with frills. Oh, here we go. Paint inside a costume with fluorescent paint. Leave time to dry. Draw constellations on outside and make small holes according to this pattern. In the dark, the paint will shine through the holes, bringing the constellation to life. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, we got the mock trial script. Facts about the case. A body with a protruding arrow was found on the quad, but the murder weapon was an owl. The arrow was inserted as a ruse. The actual murder scene was the art room with traces of blood were found on the floor.
How was the body moved? The body was dropped from the floor art room to the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out and cushioned the fall. A ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. Why it was moved? The Archer Club's room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like an Archer Club member had shot the victim with an arrow. Things to prepare. Owl. Buy with school festival funds. Get from the hardware store. Arrow. If I borrow one from the Archer Club, I could give away part of the script's plot. Huh. Okay. And sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be a red one. From the prosecutor's course. But he was wearing a green one. I think we already have a contradiction right there. From what she said. She said it was exactly as in the script. That's not exactly, is it? An extra edition of it. An unceremonious cancellation. And you can even see it looks like, Robin kind of prefer, and I mean, not say that prefers Robin, but actually, wait a minute, look at what he's holding. His hands are freaking lighting up. Like fluorescent paint, maybe. The murder weapon, apparently. It has her fingerprints on it, that's not good. Autopsy report. Betwixt an 8, blood loss due to a stab wound inside the body. Wrist may have been bound, no other visible damage, but stab wound was very rough. And we also got the tape recorder used by Miriam as a secret recording of a conversation in our room. A woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." Okay, so that's all the evidence so far. And I like doing that time to time, so we can actually have it fresh in our minds and take a look at, cross-examination. Oh, and that's something you should always do whenever you're playing these Ace Attorney games. Go over the court record, thoroughly make sure, like, wait a minute, this stands out, this doesn't stand out, this isn't important, and you should be just fine. Usually, anyway. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. I'll see you guys later.